Ok, clase. So, ahora vamos a aprender las estaciones y el tiempo. The seasons and the weather. Dun, dun, dun. It's like, I don't know, the sound effects are great. Okay, so las estaciones, we're going to start with those. The seasons. So right now, I just want you to learn the vocab for these seasons. We're going to start with el invierno. So what do you think this means? Winter. That's right. All right. Las estaciones, the seasons. La primavera. Okay. Looking at the photo, you can see that it is spring. Moving onward, el verano. You will see from here that it is summertime at the playa, at the beach. Okay, and finalmente, el otoño. Yo. Remember, that's an ñ, so we want to say otoño. El otoño. Muy bien, fall. Okay? So, a pregunta to ask in regards to the seasons would be, ¿cuál es la estación? So if you wanted to know, maybe you were traveling to a different country and you wanted to know, what is the season right now? You would ask, ¿cuál es la estación? What is the season? All right, and again, just as a reminder, here are the seasons. La primavera, el verano, el otoño, y el invierno. Invierno. So practice saying these. La primavera, el verano or el verano, el otoño, el invierno. Muy bien. Okay, so the seasons are really easy. Okay, it's basically just memorizing the vocab and the questions. Now we're going to talk about the time, or not the time. Wow, today we talked about the time. Tonight or tomorrow over the weekend, el tiempo, the weather. Okay, see we have the forecast today. Hopefully it's like this. Okay. All right, so algunas preguntas to ask. So some questions to ask. All right, all three of these that you see are ways to ask how the weather is. Some are more formal than others, so we're going to go over them. This is the most common way to ask. ¿Qué tiempo hace hoy? Or just ¿Qué tiempo hace? What is the weather like? And if you add hoy, what is the weather like today? That is the most common way you are going to hear people ask how the weather is. Over here, you can also ask, ¿Cómo está el clima? How is the weather? And finalmente, down here, this is a very informal way to ask. Why, you might ask? Well, see this phrase, ¿Qué tal? Remember we learned it meant what's up. So, what's up with the weather? ¿Qué tal está el clima? What's up with the weather? Okay? So these are all ways to ask how the weather is. ¿Qué tiempo hace hoy? ¿Cómo está el clima? Y ¿qué tal está el clima? What's up with the weather? I don't know, you tell me. All right? Now, when someone asks you that question, if you want to respond just generally and vaguely, okay, you just want to say, the weather's nice or the weather is bad, instead of giving a very specific answer like, oh, it's raining and pouring and, okay? You could just say, hace buen tiempo, the weather is nice. Hace buen tiempo. Or hace mal tiempo, the weather is bad. Hace mal tiempo, the weather is bad. So this is a way to respond generally. Maybe you don't want to give them the details. All right, but if you want to give them the details, one of the ways you can respond specifically is by using this formula. Oh, I know, you're probably thinking another formula, but don't worry. It's pretty simple. So it's use hace plus, oh my gosh, if I can get through a PowerPoint without doing that. So you would do hace plus mucho plus one of these words. These are the most common ones, okay? Frío, cold. Calor, hot. Sol, sunny. Fresco, brisk. It's a great word. It's brisk. Viento or viento, windy. Windy, not windy. Windy. Okay. So, oh my goodness. Whew, okay. All right, so in English, what does that mean? It is hace plus very cold, hot, sunny, brisk one day. So hace mucho frío, calor, sol, fresco, viento. So you can use either one of these. So if you wanted to respond specifically to the question, ¿Qué tiempo hace hoy? How is the weather like? You could respond using this formula saying, oh, it's very cold, it's very hot, it's very sunny, very brisk, and very windy. Okay? Practice that. Another way to respond specifically, okay, to that question that doesn't require that formula, if you just are these words. You can use just a one word to describe how the weather is, but these are the only exceptions. So, llueve, it's raining or it rains. Nieva, it's snowing or it snows, so it means two different things. Llovizna, it's drizzling or it drizzles. Treina, it's thundering or it thunders, okay? So maybe someone asks you, ¿Qué tiempo hace hoy? How is the weather like today? And you respond, it's thundering and pouring, okay? It's hurricane season. And you say, oh, treina, it's thundering. Okay? Makes sense? So let's have some práctica. Vamos a practicar con las estaciones y el tiempo para cada estación. What do you think that means? Oh, look, I have it right here. Huh. We are going to practice with the seasons and tell what the weather is like in each season. Okay, here we go. So, general response, again. So there we go. ¿Qué tiempo hace en el verano? So you have to remember, what is verano? Well, based on the pictures, what do you think it is? Summertime. What time is it? Summertime. Okay. All right, so ¿Qué tiempo hace en el verano? Well, if you want to respond just generally, you could say hace buen tiempo. The weather's nice. Specific response, here are some options that you could use. Hace sol, it's very sunny. Hace mucho calor, it's very hot. Again, you don't have to use mucho, okay? But you can if you want to. All right, what about otoño? ¿Qué tiempo hace en el otoño? Well, again, general response could be hace buen tiempo. The weather's nice. Specific responses for this month, or not month, excuse me, season, autumn, or fall. You could say hace fresco, it's brisk, or hace mucho viento, it's really windy. Okay, those are some options there. How about invierno? ¿Qué tiempo hace en el invierno? How is the weather in the winter? Specific response. I just put specific responses right here because, again, the general responses are always going to be the same. Okay, so we don't need to go over those again. A specific response for wintertime could be hace frío, it's cold, or nieva, it's snowing, or it snows. Okay? And finalmente, primavera. ¿Qué tiempo hace en la primavera? Well, llueve, it rains, or it rains. Or treina, it's thundering, or it thunders. Ain't that the truth? Oh, there's another picture. Okay, so let's have some más práctica real quick. So, ¿cuál estación es? What season is it? So, if it is el 5 de agosto, the 5th of August, what season do you think we'll be in? And the next question, ¿Qué tiempo hace? What kind of weather would be in this season? Let's figure out. Bloop. Oh, look. Here is the season. So it gives you a hint. What do you think it is? Ah, es verano. And then an option, how's the weather? Hace calor. It is hot. Woo, let's try another one. So, el 25 de octubre. So if it's the 25th of October, ¿cuál estación es? And, ¿qué tiempo hace? So, ¿cuál estación es? I would say it's otoño. ¿Qué tiempo hace? Let's figure out. Es otoño. So, it is, answering this question, it is autumn or fall. ¿Qué tiempo hace? It's brisk. All right. ¿Cuál estación es? ¿Qué tiempo hace? If it is the 10 de enero, what season do you think it is? Ooh, I would say it is invierno. ¿Qué tiempo hace? Hace frío. It's cold. And finalmente, ¿cuál estación es? If it is the 15 de abril, the 15th of abril, April, what season is it? ¿Cuál estación es? Es la primavera. And then here, ¿qué tiempo hace? What kind of weather is there in the spring? I gave you a general response. Hace buen tiempo. You could have used a more specific response. I just gave you a general one. Okay? Haha! This is my friend Pablo. Okay. So that is the end, el fin, of the seasons and the weather. Okay? El tiempo y las estaciones, the seasons and the weather. It's really, really simple. This just takes memorization, of course, and just putting it to practice. So practice asking other people these questions and asking me these questions. What's the weather like? ¿Qué tiempo hace hoy? Okay? Just practice these. I can't stress that enough, y'all, okay? Just put these to practice and you'll get better and better, okay? All right, so adios. This is the end. And say bye. High five to my friend Pablo. High five. High five. Okay. Adios.